I've gone through a lot of pressure washer setups over the years, and every upgrade I've made has been because something wasn't quite good enough. I started simple with this, then I upgraded until I saw the specs on this pressure washer. Today, I'm installing and testing the brand new AR635. Because on paper, this thing is very, very different. And I want to test out to see if it lives up to it. Let's go. Before we get into the AR635, I wanted to quickly explain why I even went looking for something better. Because this honestly didn't happen overnight. I originally started with my Karcher setup. It was about 1.2 gallons per minute at roughly 1000 psi, mounted in my old garage with a stainless steel shelf and a cox reel. And honestly, it worked. But there was two caveats. Rinsing took forever and I always felt like I just didn't have enough water volume. When I built this garage, I decided to redo everything properly. Cabinets, lighting, flooring, and most importantly, my pressure washer setup. I ran water into the garage, I installed hose bibs, cleaned everything up, and upgraded to an Active 2.0. Performance-wise, the Active is solid. 2 gallons per minute at around 1000 psi, foam is great, washing feels good, but there's one thing I really don't like. It is loud. And long term, I just don't trust this unit. At this point, the next logical upgrade is a dual pressure washer setup. More flow, better rinsing, better overall performance. But that comes with a lot of cost, complexity, and effort. It's not something most people want to deal with, including me. So I kind of accepted that 2 gallons per minute was just about the ceiling that I would reach with a single unit. Until this showed up. This is the brand new AR635 wall-mounted pressure washer. This is a 20 amp unit claiming 3.4 gallons per minute. That number obviously stopped me on my tracks right away because that coming from a single unit is completely unheard of. If this is real, this could completely change how everybody does their wall-mounted pressure washer solutions. So instead of talking about it, let's go ahead and install this properly, test it out, and see if it could do what it claims. The install itself is pretty straightforward, but this isn't something you want to rush. On a wall-mounted setup, everything needs to be solid, clean, and accessible. Plumbing, mounting height, hose routing, all of these details matter. I changed shelves because the one I initially had didn't have the pressure washer mounting holes pre-drilled and the powder coating was a bit shinier, and I honestly wanted to match as close as possible to my cabinets. So let's switch them up real quick. I've been loving these anchors from Lowe's for anything I am hanging on concrete. There's a couple of things we need to do to the pressure washer unit, including swapping over the shipping oil plug, installing the rubber grommets on the bottom, and shortening the power cable. Something real quick that might be informative for you guys is I had to cut this grommet kit is for the AR630, and since this is the AR635, it tends to hit the bolt. It's really long, so it hits a little bit right here, and then it's really hard to fit the original nut that comes with it. So what I did was cut this stud a little bit shorter, as you guys can see on this side. And then I just got another nut that's skinnier compared to this one right here from a little Harbor Freight kit that I have. And now I was able to fit it and it doesn't touch on the back part. Hopefully you guys could see that. So real quick, if you guys want to use this grommet kit, everything else works perfectly, but this back right side does touch and you're not able to do it. So you got to cut a little bit and then use another nut that's a little bit skinnier, just so you guys know. One thing I did notice with the AR is the build quality. This doesn't feel like a typical consumer pressure washer. This thing is heavy, heavy, heavy. Everything feels more industrial and more purpose built, if that makes sense. For the power cable, don't stress this. This is pretty straightforward, as you can see with the video. Just keep in mind, you might be voiding your warranty for doing this. And well, there's the pressure washer install complete. needed to change some of my orifices on my nozzle and foam cannon so it can deal with the much greater water flow. Now with everything installed, I checked for water leaks and I made sure that everything's sealed. I did have to tighten up a couple of stuff. The first thing I wanted to try with all of this is the loudness, because as many of you guys know, in a small garage like this, some of these pressure washers could be very loud, specifically my old Active. So let's go ahead and test this one out. Just for reference, the pressure washer is about 2 feet away from the microphone. So here we go. This is crazy how noticeable and quiet, instead of that loud whine, this is. Again, I'm gonna do it one more time. I think you guys can hear more of the sprayer than the actual pressure washer, and I'm already noticing another small little leak there that I need to fix. But again, when it comes to washing cars, flow matters more than peak PSI. Something we still need to figure out, unfortunately, is the foam cannon. I currently have a 1.7 orifice, but it is still too watery and not foamy enough. I'll update you guys on another video once I find the right one for the perfect foam. Rinsing is where this unit really stands out. Panels clear faster, less time chasing water, less effort overall. This unit itself is going to pay itself by how much time it's going to save me when I'm rinsing my cars. And just to be clear, this isn't about numbers on paper. You can see and feel the difference in real use. I believe even on camera, you guys are going to see the amount of water that this pressure washer is outputting. Now that everything's installed behind me, what we do need to do is test if the AR635 can really do 3.4 gallons per minute. And I don't have none of the fancy equipment, but what I do have is a bucket. I drilled a hole on my gamma seal here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my nozzle and I'm gonna spray water in here for 1 minute. I'm gonna put a timer for 1 minute. I'm gonna spray in here, and then I'm gonna have to go the old school way. I'm gonna have to measure in cups. And you guys could trust me, I'll give you guys the information needed. I'll time lapse this, but let's see what it does in 1 minute. All right, so I'm gonna grab a timer here, 1 minute, and you guys can see here, I'm gonna kind of squeeze this in here. This is a perfect size hole too, because that way we don't get any mist, as you guys can see. And so 1 minute, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Never mind, that was a fail. Take 2. This does have a kick to it, so I didn't account for that. So I'm just gonna put it there like that. And then here we go, 1, 2, and 3. Time. And now comes the not so fun part. I gotta measure all of this. But this is a 6 gallon bucket and it's a little bit more than halfway, so I'm assuming it did probably 3 gallons per minute. Let's see. So there's 16 cups in a gallon, so that's 2. 16, so 1 gallon. That's 1 gallon. $16. All right, so that's 2 gallons. We need 1 more gallon, 1.4, so 1 more gallon, which we still have a lot of water left. At 16. So that's 3 gallons per minute, and we still have a good amount left. So let's see what we have here. I'm gonna have to pour a little bit here. Let me see if I can get more. Wait. Ooh, I got a full 2. So I already have 3 gallons plus 2 cups. And then let me see how I could pour this in here. That's 4 cups. So let's say 4.5 cups. So we have, this is pretty crazy. So I could officially confirm for you guys that the AR635 does do 3.28, so almost 3.3, which is what it claims. It claims 3.4. And I was able to do that. I was pulling it up on my phone. I was able to do that with a 7.5 nozzle, 40 degree. And then the only thing that we still need to figure out is the foam cannon. I tried a 1.7, maybe a 1.6, but according to some people, the amperage is already at 19 amps. So we need to figure out what we're gonna do with the foam cannon. But 3.3 in a single unit is insane. You guys saw the water that came out of it. This thing is really, really good. One, I got everything I needed. It's quiet, and it gives me more flow on one single unit, which is what I was personally looking for. Is this unit by any means perfect whatsoever? No, again, you can still go with duals if you wanted to go crazy and do 4.0 plus gallons per minute, but I think this is the sweet spot when it comes to pressure washers. My initial impression is that this unit is totally worth it. If you guys want to get one, again, I hope that this video was helpful and it helped you guys understand a little bit more about the unit, showed you guys how it sounds, how it works. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know. I'm going to make sure that I link everything down in the description: pressure washer, foam cannon, every part I use. And if I don't link it by any chance, just leave a comment. I'll make sure that I send you a link over to you guys. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, leave them down in the comments. Like always, let's stay safe and let's keep grinding. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.